God has been speaking to me about bloodhounds. And then he showed me them running through the forest, and we knew what they were used for back in the day. But in this sense, he was showing me them chasing down the enemy's camp. And he said it's a scent that the bloodhound needs to pick up in order to chase down the enemy. And he was speaking to me about scents. And I am a very firm believer in we have a scent put on us by God to let the enemy know that they can't touch us. To let the enemy know, not this one. Not this one. You can get everybody else, but not this one. And God has been speaking to me about that. And I said, okay. And then he showed me the dogs, or the bloodhounds, running through the field trying to chase down the enemy who thought that it was supposed to come kill you. But God is saying that they came one way and they're going to flee 1,000 different ways, or 7 different ways, or however many different ways they need to go to get far away from you. They can't touch you. They can touch a lot of things, but they can't put their hands or their mouth on God's chosen. And you have been certified by God. Forget man's certifications. You have God's. And God has simply said, don't touch my children. And he means that. And he means it with everything inside of him. But there's always some hard-headed kids. You know how you had the bad kids back in the day and you would tell them not to touch a pot, and they'll say, what pot? This pot? This pot? This pot? And then they'll get burnt. And then they'll learn the word hot, hot. Well, maybe that's just me being born and raised in the projects and you have to learn on your own. Your mama told you not to touch it, but you decided that you're going to do what you want to do. And that's how the devil is right now. God keeps telling him not to put his hands on you. And the devil's like, what child? This one? This one? Your finances start plummeting. Your marriage start plummeting. All these things start plummeting because the devil thinks that he can touch you. He's like, this child? This child? Don't touch this child. God's like, okay. I said all I got to say. I ain't got to say no more. Now, every enemy that decided to put their hands on you because they didn't believe in the word hot, hot, they're about to know the word not. To not put their hands on God's children. To not put their mouths on God's children. To not open their mouths, not write a message, not anything against God's children. They're about to learn the definition of hot, hot when it comes to God. They're about to learn that God says no, and that's exactly what he meant. Don't touch his children.